A new warning today about a rise in cases of food poisoning.
Medical reporter Liz Bonus shares how to lower your risk while cooking in your own kitchen.
Hey everybody, hello to you. The good news is that more of us are cooking at home in this pandemic. The bad news is we're also doing some things that are raising our risk of getting food poisoning by the way we cook that food at home. U.S. Department of Agriculture just put out a warning about this trend. It says mainly due to the way we cook frozen foods, we're having trouble. USDA says we should not rely on appearance when grabbing items from the freezer. In other words, you can't tell if something is cooked properly by looking at it. As we head into the holiday eating season, there are a couple of recommendations about cooking frozen foods to keep you from getting sick. Or, as cookbook author Kim O'Donnell points out, don't be afraid of figuring out how to use more fresh foods in this pandemic as well, especially vegetables.
It's not so much like figuring it out. It's more like, how do you make more room for plants on the plate? Not worrying about policing yourself. Also sort of maybe eating more with the seasons and learning to really enjoy vegetables rather than thinking them as this other thing.
Veggies, of course, a good option, fresh or frozen, but if you choose to cook from anything frozen, here's what the USDA says you can do to lower your risk of food poisoning. First of all, wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water during and after preparing frozen meals. Uncooked frozen food still contains pathogens that can get on your hands. If you don't wash them after touching the frozen food, you contaminate what you touch. Use a food thermometer to check the final internal temperature of the food before you eat it, especially meat frozen still needs to be cooked to proper temperatures. An important reminder as well, even if you're preparing frozen vegetables for a cold salad, they need to be cooked before they're added to the dressing. Otherwise, those frozen pathogens can end up in the salad and make you sick. Finally, since a lot of us stocked up on frozen foods and we were sort of hoarding in the beginning of this pandemic, it is suggested you check those foods now to make sure that what's in your freezer has not been recalled since you bought it. Salmonella, E. coli, just a few of the illnesses that come from improper food handling. These can be just as life-threatening as any virus. So as you're staying safe at home, just something to keep in mind in the kitchen. I'm medical reporter Liz Bonus. We'll throw it back to you.